I am in the business of helping you create the life you want right now. This hidden law of attraction teaching will help you change your understanding of yourself. And since everything in our reality is determined by our beliefs about ourselves and the world around us, when our self image changes, our results change, and they change so quickly, it'll blow your mind. So, this hidden teaching is going to teach you something new about yourself so that your results can change lightning quick. I want to start off with one of my favorite quotes ever. It's from Neville Goddard. He said, "Man's chief delusion is his conviction that there are causes other than his own state of consciousness." So then it begs the question, what is your state of consciousness? It's everything you believe in, it's everything you think, it's everything you agree to in the world. He's saying our chief delusion, the thing we are most deluded about, is that there are causes in the world for our reality, the things that show up in our reality, other than our own state of consciousness. So he's handing us the key and going, if you want new results, change your state of consciousness. That's what this hidden teaching does. All right, let's get right to it. So the law of attraction. First off, I'm not making the law of attraction wrong. I'm not making people who teach it wrong. I think there is an added piece that gets glossed over. And if we can change that understanding, these teachings will help you that much more. So just in the phrase law of attraction, it implies, right, that we have to attract something to us. And if we have to attract something, it means we lack that thing. And if we take that a step deeper, if we lack something, like an object or a result or an experience that we want, it means that we ourselves must be lacking. It implies or affirms or reaffirms that message that we may already believe, that we are imperfect, incomplete, and separate or somehow not whole. If we want to create something new, manifest something new, bring about new results in our life, if we look at it as we have to attract it because it's not yet here, we're operating from an identity and a place of lack to begin with. To create or manifest from a place of lack is an uphill battle. It makes it that much harder. Not only are you trying to bring in something new, you're trying to get over an identity, a self-image that's telling you you are lacking, imperfect, and somehow not whole. And again, if we go back to Neville, our chief delusion is the conviction that there are causes other than our own state of consciousness. So our state of consciousness is the number one cause of everything in our life. And we're operating from a state of consciousness that says, I'm lacking, I'm incomplete, I'm separate, I'm not whole, I'm imperfect. I have to go create or bring things in that I don't already possess. Then we are walking around with a state of consciousness that will then project onto the screen of our lives that belief about ourselves, which is lack. So that's how you can look at the law of attraction and what I think it somehow and sometimes affirms in people, not intentionally, but it does. So let's look now at the truth. Science and spirituality now say the same thing. We're at an incredible time in life. Science now affirms what so many spiritual traditions have said for thousands and thousands of years, right? And essentially it says this: there's a single source of life, and that single source of life that we sometimes call God, spirit, source, and I don't care what we call it, is omnipotent and omnipresent. It is everywhere all the time, meaning no place can lack that single source of life. And if all things come from that single source, that means no person, no place, no thing, no environment, no moment can possibly lack anything. Therefore, it's impossible for you to lack anything. Really take that in. That's a game changer, my friends. So now imagine, if you will, something that you want to create or manifest in your life or your business right now. That thing that you really want. Get it in your mind, see it in front of you. Imagine now going about bringing that into your life, revealing that thing in your life from this new perspective. Wait a minute, I lack nothing. It's already here. This is a process of revealing or revelation rather than getting, attracting, obtaining, going out and getting something I don't have and bringing it towards me. Can you feel how different that is? Can you feel how much more empowering it is to operate from this self-image, from this belief? If you really did that for a moment and embodied that new image, what you did is you changed your state of consciousness. You did exactly what Neville said. And if you remember that quote, man's chief delusion is his conviction that there are causes other than his own state of consciousness. You have changed the one and only cause. And when you change the cause, you change the effects. It makes it easier to create what you want. And again, we're not here to make anyone or anything wrong. We're certainly not here to make the law of attraction wrong or shit on it in any way. What we want to do, though, is change the way you think. We are here to add clarity to make it easier to create what it is you want. Which brings us to the next chapter here. So instead of looking at it as the law of attraction, or maybe adding to what you look at as the law of attraction, look at it as the law of vibration. Everything is energy. And I don't mean that in some far off woo-woo way that's impossible to grasp. I mean, literally, when you examine matter under a microscope, when you get to the atomic level, everything is vibrating. That's a frequency, it's a vibration. Every single thing that we think is solid and whole, this body, this microphone, the phone I'm recording on, the screen you're watching on, it is all energy just vibrating at particular frequencies. Now, why is that significant? It's significant in this way. Let's go back a step. Creation is complete. Everything already exists. There's a single source of life that's complete. It's whole, it's perfect, and it's within us and around us all the time. It's impossible for the thing or a thing not to exist. Whether it's manifested in a form or not is a different thing. So, if everything is energy and everything is already created, at least in potential, the idea is the thing you want already exists as a frequency. It already exists as potential, and it's in energy. All of this is energy, including our bodies. Remember, this is not some far-off woo-woo thing. It's here and it's now. So the idea, the thing you want, exists as a potential in your mind, but it also exists in reality as a potential. You just bring it into form. That thing exists at a particular frequency. The way you bring something in is to become a match for that frequency or vibration. So we're at this, what I like to call the cosmic vending machine, the cosmic cornucopia. We have everything at our disposal we could ever even conceive of. And the way we bring it into form, the way it comes out of the vending machine into our hand, is to become a match for that thing. And we become a match for that thing by bringing our vibration, our frequency, which again is scientific, guys. This is not some weirdo woo-woo thing. It's scientific. But all things have a specific rate or frequency or vibration. You, if you want to bring in whatever it is you want to bring in, become a match, become the same vibration, operate at the same frequency. How do we do that? We think in truth. We change our state of consciousness. So what does that mean? To think in truth and to change your state of consciousness to become a match for what you want? It would be thoughts like this. Everything works out in my favor. Me wanting this thing is God wanting it through me. What I want is possible. How can I allow this to be easy to be, do, or have that thing? So you see, it's changing your state of consciousness from that thing's far away. It's hard. It might not work. To know this thing is already here. It wants to come into form. That which created all life wants it to come into form for me right now. The way we become a match is to change our state of consciousness, to ask different questions, to think different thoughts that are in harmony with the truth, that are in harmony with us having the thing we want. The most important, and I think really most effective way to become a match for the thing we want, to become a vibratory match scientifically here, is to spend time every day, what you could call visualizing, but just close your eyes, relax, and see yourself already having the thing. Feel yourself already having the thing. In this image, you're looking out through your own two eyes. It's not like you're watching a movie, third-person perspective. You're living it. Spend 5 to 10 minutes every day, maybe a few times a day, just being as if you have it. Feel what it feels like. Feel what it feels like tactilely, emotionally, in sight and sense and touch. What this does is it's telling your subconscious we already have that thing, which is true at a very core level. And the subconscious, which is amazing, it just follows orders. It does what you tell it to do. And it does not know the difference between quote unquote real and quote unquote imagined. It knows what you're focused on most consistently with the highest level of emotionality. And what it does is it takes those things as cues and it goes, well, cool, let's bring that into form in this person's life. That must be our marching orders. That must be our GPS coordinates. And it does that unfailingly. So when you spend time acting, feeling, thinking as if that thing is already yours, the subconscious goes, oh, cool, let's go. And again, you don't lack anything. It's here in potential. All you're doing is becoming a match for the thing you want. And the second you do, it comes into form. So those are the mechanics here. That's how you use this teaching. And it has the potential to change your life, your business, your relationship so quickly. I have seen miracles upon miracles upon miracles occur. And again, we're not making the law of attraction wrong. We're not making anyone who teaches this wrong. We just want to add something to this because I'm sure if you are familiar with this material, you've seen and maybe even experienced yourself difficulty in creating what you want, but you're using these teachings that everyone says, yeah, law of attraction, this works, and it does. But if you've experienced difficulty or seen people experience difficulty creating what they want using this, it is typically because they are operating from a state of conscious, a mindset, a belief system of lack. I don't have that thing and I have to go create it or bring it. I have to become worthy of having it, etc., etc. So it's this uphill battle and it's fighting against the truth. It makes it so much more difficult and so much less efficient to create what you want. So to bring this to a nice close, tie it all in a little bow. You are whole, you are complete, you are perfect. There is nothing you lack. You're not attracting something you lack. You're becoming aware of something you have that's already here. You just couldn't see it. And you're going to bring it into form in your life by changing your state of consciousness, by changing your belief about yourself. There is nothing I lack because the single source of life, which moves to and through me in all moments, can't possibly lack anything. And that's what I'm comprised of. That's what I am made of. I just change my state of consciousness, change the way I talk to myself, to change my beliefs, to take this thing that's around me and I probably just can't see and bring it into form in my life now. Practice this, use this, have fun with this, and let me know what happens in your life. If you stick with it, you will create miracles that will blow your mind and you'll never go back.